Hello everybody, it is Damon here from Damon What Ifs, and today we are going to be celebrating 6,000 subscribers. Now, it's been a little bit since I got 6,000 subscribers. As of right now I have like 6.6 thousand, but better late than never, and stop texting me people, so better late than never. A while ago in my community tab I posted that I like to be doing a Q&A for the special instead of an actual like what if that's going to take a while, and so a bunch of people want to know about me. So I left a community tab for people to ask questions and stuff, and today I'm going to be answering those questions. So I hope you guys enjoy hearing about like random facts about me and the channel and stuff I like, hopefully. And now this first one here is not really a question, but it's a joke by Reading Solo. It's new and creative what ifs. Swimming. Old what ifs. Struggling to swim. What affinity? Drowned at the bottom of the lake. Now, I'm assuming this is a question of when is What Affinity coming back. Now, if you guys don't know, What Affinity was like the first series I made on this channel, which is basically me trying to combine all of Moscow X's what ifs into one single story. And it's been quite a while since I've uploaded a new part of that. And that's because, number one, I've had literally no motivation to do so whatsoever. Like, I have the script written for part 8, haven't recorded it because I just don't want to upload it for some reason. Now, again, I'm not like, oh, screw What Affinity, who cares? It's just that I feel better when I'm making like my own stories and stuff instead of just like borrowing from like everybody else and just cramming it into one. Like, I feel better when I'm writing my own stuff. So like when I made What If Tarble Stayed on Earth, which is like my first original what if, I felt really good about it because I was like, oh, look at me, I'm actually writing my own story, let's go. And so once that didn't exactly like take off, but that was inspired me to keep going and making more original what ifs, which eventually led to like What If Goku Remembered the Saiyans, which is when my channel was woo, and then everyone started watching them. So I think that also had something to do with it. That fact that What Affinity really, I wouldn't say it failed, but it didn't really launch me into being known as much as my original content did. So I think that really like demotivated me from working on What Affinity. So I haven't touched it since part 7. I think part 7, I don't remember, since that came out. Now, I am planning a comeback eventually of that. Now, I haven't been keeping up with Moscow X's current what ifs. Like, I haven't watched any of his new content since I uploaded part 7 of What Affinity. So I would be highly unqualified to continue making What Affinity because I don't know any of the new what ifs that he's come up with. So I'd have to go through his channel and rewatch a bunch of episodes and watch new episodes, which is going to take God knows how long, and I really don't have that kind of time on me. So that's also a big factor of why I'm not going to be able to keep doing that for a while. Now, I'm hoping for maybe, if you guys are up for it, if I ever hit 10,000 subscribers, which at the rate I'm growing, I'm hoping we can do that by the end of the year, which would be fucking awesome. But if we do that, I would probably reboot What Affinity. And what I mean by that is incorporate most of Moscow X's newer what ifs in there, and go back and like stuff that I might have messed up on the original, improve on that. And I think I've improved greatly since I started What Affinity. So I feel like rebooting it would be the best for it, because it's pretty much going to be impossible for me to continue the current line of What Affinity now. So I'm thinking of just for the 10,000 subscriber special, if we hit that, I will be rebooting What Affinity and just, people stop texting me! I will be rebooting What Affinity and just starting over. And again, this is a big maybe if you guys are up for it, because I'm actually not really up to watching, like, going through a binge of Moscow X. It's not like I hate Moscow X, I love the guy, he's one of the reasons I started, which is another question we'll get to later. But I don't want to take a whole day out of my life to rewatching all of his videos and watching the newer ones to make a whole thing. So I'm only going to do it if you guys are like really up for it. So for the most part, What Affinity, is it coming back? Most likely not. Not anytime soon, at least. Unless you guys want me to do a reboot. So yeah. Next question is, what is your favorite character in Dragon Ball? Gohan. Of course it's Gohan. I love Gohan. I grew up with Gohan. I started with Z. So watching Gohan progress was awesome. And like, he's like so cool in the fact that he doesn't want to fight whatsoever, but I feel like he has to, because he is literally like the strongest guy Like, he has the biggest potential. And so he's like, you know, I really don't want to do this, but I know I'm gonna have to. And that's just super cool. And plus the Super Saiyan 2 transformation, godly, my favorite transformation in the whole series. Well, not like my favorite transformation, but my favorite transformation scene in the whole series. Like, it's weird. I'm not a very emotional guy, but when I watch the Day of Fate Spirit versus Spirit thing of Gohan becoming Super Saiyan 2, like the music in the background, the atmosphere, like I tear up, like me, and I'm not emotional, so I was like, whoa, I guess I really like this. So yeah, but Gohan's my favorite, and Ultimate Gohan super cool, even though I feel like he was completely wasted at the end of Z when he was fighting Super Buu, because he's basically like, oh yeah, I'm back. Ugh. And so it was like, why Gohan? Why? And even in Super, like they don't do anything with him. Like, I feel bad because he had such big potential. The TFS said it. He peaked at the Cell Saga, and then from there on, he's just gone to shit. And I'm like, that sucks a lot for Gohan. But I'm hoping that they do something with him eventually, because in Tournament of Power, he got his power back, but it didn't feel earned whatsoever. Because it was basically like he trained for like an hour, and all his power came back, and I was like, what the? Huh? Like, it didn't make any sense. So I'm hoping that they do something with him that's creative instead of just slapping like, oh yeah, now he's gone, yeah, not earned whatsoever. That won't be satisfying to me. Like, I hope they build him back up to be relevant again. And they started doing that with Moro, but then again, like, the so I'm hoping that they do something with him eventually. He's my favorite character. He's still my favorite character, but he needs something to bring him back up there, because he's just gone to shit lately, so. Alright, next question. It's actually from Omok, so hey, thanks Omok. What inspired you to start YouTube? So what inspired me to start YouTube was, I actually back in the day was obsessed with YouTube. Like back when in middle school, like I started making like gaming videos and stuff. It's all gone now, you can't find it, but I started making gaming videos, and I was like, yeah, this is cool, I like this. I actually got like 200 subscribers, and for me I was like, oh my god, people like watching me. So I was pretty dope with that. But then I stopped that for a while because life stuff got in the way and I didn't have time for it. And then I started my channel Lowdan with my friend Logan, and we started making gaming stuff that we still have going on. It's on hiatus now because I haven't been to his place because, you know, the virus. Eventually I'll come back. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you guys want to check out me just being edgy with my friend and making fun of Nintendo games. I think it's pretty cool. What inspired me to become a Dragon Ball YouTuber was Mosco. Like I was saying, like I watched his what ifs and I fell in love with them. I was like, oh my god, like these stories are like super dope, and I really want to like do something like that of myself. And then once Mosco was going on, suddenly all these different what if YouTubers were coming around, like Smugstick and Salad Sand, stuff like that. And watching them, I was like, man, these guys are really good. Like, there's so many different cool what if YouTubers coming out. And I was like, I kind of want to do something like that too. But what I was thinking is that I'm not going to get anywhere with this whatsoever. Because if I make my own stories, they're not going to be as good as everybody else's. Like, what if Tarbles stayed on Earth? I was like an experiment for me to see if anything would happen. Because, Cat, can you stop eating while I'm recording, Leo? Oh, so anyway, yeah, like I was saying, basically, what if Tarble stayed on Earth was like an experiment to see if that would be like, if I could make my own stories and see if people would like them. Because I was like, okay, I want to make stories really bad, and so people won't like my own, so maybe if I do something creative and combine all of Moscow X's what ifs into one story, then maybe people seeing Moscow X in the title will be like, oh, this looks pretty dope, maybe I'll click on that. So that's basically like I wanted to get out there to make myself known with that, and I think it worked for the most part because people saw it. Moscow himself commented in one of the videos, and I was like, so that was pretty cool. I started taking it off with that, and it wasn't getting like thousands of views like I do now, but it was getting pretty decent traction. I was pretty interested in it, so I thought that was pretty dope when I was making that. And then, so yeah, Moscow's basically what inspired me to start being a what if YouTuber. And then once the Tarble what if started going up, and then once I made what if Goku remembered the Saiyans, and that blew up my channel, I was like, okay, this is dope. So yeah, Moscow inspired me to make Dragon Ball what ifs, and I've been doing it ever since, because, you know, Dragon Ball, I've loved it since I was, like, born. I grew up watching it, so I was like, this is super cool, and now I'm, like, getting to interact with people who like it, too, and I'm getting money off it, which I mean is pretty cool, so, yeah, love Dragon Ball. That's what inspired me to start my Dragon Ball YouTube channel, so, yeah. When part 8 of Damon and Dragon Ball? Oh my god. I get so many of these. It's not even funny. I get so many of them every single day. When I went on that little break between part 6 and part 7, I got hundreds of comments like, when's part 7? When's part 7? So now I know what Dragon Ball, now I know what TFS felt like when everyone's like, when Broly? It's so funny, like, if you keep asking, it's not gonna happen, guys. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's gonna happen eventually, but spamming ask is not gonna, it's not gonna be like, oh, I want this back now. Oh, everyone wants it right now? Guess I gotta get it right now. Like, no, I'll get to it eventually, guys. I have a bunch of stuff, different what ifs on my plate that I want to get out there too before that. And the reason I stopped part 6 to part 7 is because I had, like, really bad writer's block for that one. So I was like, okay, maybe if I take, because I did, like, 6 in a row, and of course, those did really well, but after 6, I was like, okay, I have no clue where to go from here, because now I'm in like a 10-year time skip. No idea what to do. So I was like, maybe I need to take a break and go back to my older what ifs and try to get that flow going, then I'll head back to part 7. And that's what I did. So part 7 came out, and now I'm waiting on part 8 to come out, which I've not written the script yet, but I have an idea of kind of what's going on. I still have a bunch of what ifs on the plate going up right now. So, please, I know me saying this is not going to stop it, but please stop asking for when the next part is. I'll get to it when I get to it. Every other series that I have right now that I haven't finished yet, I will finish eventually, besides Whatif Affinity. But, yeah, I will. Like, part 3 of What If Goku Mastered Spirit Control is, honestly, I'm working on it right now, so that most likely will be the next video, and that's been, like, 3 months since I last touched that, so I am working on the old ones, guys. Don't worry about it, but the parts will come out when they come out. I have a set schedule, so yeah, they'll come out when they come out. Next question is, what is your favorite Dragon Ball series? Z, obviously. I love Z so much. Z mainly because it's what I grew up with, and it's basically has like the coolest fight scenes and stuff, the coolest characters, like Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu, and everyone hates Majin Buu, but I fucking love Majin Buu. He's the best. So, I love all that, all the characterization, like Gohan, my favorite characters in it, obviously. Vegeta gets introduced, Super Saiyan, like, yeah, it's amazing. And I started with the Z manga. Like, if you guys don't know, I didn't start with the anime. I started with the manga, because I went to, like, Barnes & Noble one time, and I picked up, like, a Dragon Ball Z, and of course I started, like, one of the final volumes. I think I started with, like, when Gotenks was fighting Super Buu. That was, like, my first real Dragon Ball experience. So I read that, and I was like, this is pretty dope. And then on Nicktoons, they're airing Dragon Ball Z Kai, and I was like, whoa, this is what started it? Dope! So I started watching that up until the Cell Saga, and once they stopped airing it. And then after that I was obsessed, so I went out and bought the Buu Saga, and that was like my favorite saga of Dragon Ball. I watched that, and then after a while I was like, oh crap, there's a series before this I probably should have watched first. I didn't watch it, I read the manga, I bought the manga and read that. I have it all upstairs right now. Like, I've watched the entirety of the anime, but I mostly just read the manga first, and I preferred the manga. That's what I mostly get my resources from. And oh yeah, that's probably another thing I should address, is that, when I'm making, like, the Dragon Ball videos, I mostly focus on, like, the manga's version, because it's the most accessible to me. So, like, I'm not gonna, like, watch, like, 5 episodes of the anime to get what I'm going for, because that's gonna take way too long. And the manga, I can just quickly scan it, like, okay, this is what happened, I'll change this a little bit to match it more into What If story, and oh, this is basically the basic gist, so yeah. So I basically just go through the manga and check that out. Because if I watch the anime, it's going to take way too long. So, like, for Super portion, I know, I mostly focus on the manga version of Super, but I try to incorporate, like, different, like, aspects of the anime and the manga, basically off of memory. So, like, I'll, like, check out, like, a clip of Super from something from the anime, but I'm mostly going to be focusing on the manga. So, like, the fact, like, in the Future Trunks arc, like, when Goku Black comes back in time, that's in the anime, not in the manga, but I take that from the anime because I think it's dope. So I added that in there, and, yeah, so basically I take both aspects from it. But, Anyway, yeah, Dragon Ball Z is my favorite of the series. Dragon Ball is good, like I like it, but it's not like super like action packed as I would have liked from Z. Like it has definitely has better story for the most part, but I prefer Z. Super I think is pretty good. It's not like god tier whatsoever, but it's decent. Like again, if I have an enjoyable time, I'll enjoy it. But I like it. And GT, I watched a little bit of it. Again, I'm not like one of those like GT haters. Like I'm not like, oh my god, it's not canon, so it's bad. Like no, I'm not like that whatsoever. But I don't really know enough about it. Like I saw it when it aired on Nicktoons, obviously, but I don't really remember it for the most part. So that's the reason why I haven't done any GT what ifs. Like I started to write what if Goku wasn't turned to a kid, but I remembered like, oh my god, I know nothing about GT, so I can't write this. So I have to rewatch GT now, so I can get that down. But yeah, I hope that answered your question, even though I went off on multiple tangents there, my bad. How many parts are you going to do What If Damon was in Dragon Ball? What about anime dealing more with what ifs? What? What about anime detailing more, and give what ifs a break? Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't get the question. Basically, what if, like, deep breakdowns and stuff, I'm assuming is what you're asking. I don't want to, because I'm not really, like, a guy who's like, what's the hidden meaning of this? What's the meaning of that? Because I don't care, to be honest. Like, if I'm interested in something, I will look it up and not make my own video, because I will mostly get stuff wrong, because I always get stuff wrong, because I'm the smallest brain imaginable. So me detailing and breaking down something, I would most likely break down the wrong parts and get it messed up. So go for somebody else for that. I'm mostly the guy who I like writing stories. I'm not the guy who's like wanting to break down like why is Gohan's hair strand like this and not like this in this scene. Like I don't care. And what do I think about your social life? What do you think about my social life? Could you make What If Damon a complete playlist? Did I not do that yet? Oh shit, I haven't done that yet. Get on that right now, 1 second. Alright, now that that's done, okay, my bad, alright. Sorry to cut in here, but I forgot to answer, is Fanfic Fridays coming back, because I was so caught up in making the playlist, sorry. So Fanfic Fridays was an idea that I was suggested a while back, basically saying, like, okay, someone can send in, like, a story that they have, and I'll just review it, go over it, and stuff like that, give pointers and stuff for, like, Fridays and stuff, and upload that. And I was going to do that, but then school came back, and that completely threw off my schedule, because school sucks, and ruined a bunch of stuff. So, that is going to be off the chopping block for now, until I either have, like, a break where I don't have to do school, so, like, maybe, like, summer break or something, or, like, a Christmas break or something like that. I can do, like, Fanfic Fridays for Christmas. But, yeah, that's basically, like, where that's gone. So, don't expect that anytime soon, because I don't actually have the time for it. But during, like, breaks and stuff, maybe I can do it, like, once or a couple times a month. So, yeah. Hope I answered that question. Do you have a pet? Yes, I do have a pet. Tasha! Come here! Come here, puppy! Come on! Come on, pup! Come on! Come on, Tasha! Get up here! Yes. Oh, she's my dog. She's a pup. I love her so much. She the best. You're the best. Sachi, I don't like you. I hope you die. You're trash. You're trash, Sachi. Tasha's way better than you are. Go lay down. Don't like you. Yeah, you better run, you fucking dog. Yeah, okay. Tell us about your family. They exist. I have parents, I have siblings. They do their own thing, I do my own thing. And that's my family. What's your biggest accomplishment yet? What is your job including Kindmaster? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. My boss, he wants me to edit his podcast, so I use Kindmaster to edit his podcast. And I'm not going to give it, because that'll reveal where I am, and I don't want that. So, yeah. Do you read the Moro manga? If you read, why Goku say he will fight as Earthling? Okay. I do read the Moro manga. I keep up with Super manga every month. I haven't made reviews for it because I realize that I am a terrible reviewer, so I stopped doing that. But I think it's pretty cool so far. Like, I love Master Ultra Instinct coming back, even though I made fun of it earlier. Like, I think it's one of my favorite techniques, transformation, whatever you want to call it, ever. So I think it's pretty cool. Why Goku say want to fight as an Earthling? I'm assuming you mean in the latest chapter he said would like to fight him as an Earthling. I think that he's basically saying that he'll either spare him or kill him, because I think Goku asked Jocko, like, hey, this guy's supposed to die, right? So maybe he wants to just kill him as an Earthling, or he wants to spare him. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that he spares him and we get like a redemption of Moro, like trying to turn this guy good in like a different direction instead of him just magically turning good. Like maybe we'll have an arc of Goku just trying his best to make Moro a good guy or something like that. I think that'd be cool instead of just like being like, hey, he dead. This arc had no meaning whatsoever. So I'm hoping he makes him good. That's what I'm hoping for. Who's your favorite What If on YouTube? Used to be Masuko. I think Salad Saiyan does a really good job now. Smugstick I think does awesome with the voice work, but Salad Saiyan has amazing editing, and I think that's super cool. Like I'd love to collab with him if I ever can in the future. I want everyone. I want you guys to all go at Salad Saiyan and say, hey, Damon wants to collab with you. Maybe we should do that. Don't actually do that. I don't want to get in trouble. I think that'd be cool if I could collab with him because he's a super dope What If YouTube channel. Smugstick too. I think those guys are pretty dope. So yeah. What other anime have you watched? I don't watch anime. Oh, this is a big controversy. Like, so many people have asked me this. Like, hey, can you make Naruto What Ifs? Can you make fucking JoJo What Ifs? I don't know. And I don't watch anime. I'm not an anime guy whatsoever. Like, I'm not a fan of it. Which is weird, because I love Dragon Ball so much, but I'm not a big anime guy. Like, I watched the first arc of Naruto. I did not like it at all. It was so boring. Like, I was just not into it whatsoever. And I know that's very controversial to say, but I was not a fan of Naruto when I watched it. I was like, ain't it for me. And the only other anime that I've watched was Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was growing up, because I was obsessed with the card game. And yeah, I don't really watch anime. So for all those people saying, hey, can you make this What If? Like, it's not gonna happen, because I don't watch anime. I just watch Dragon Ball. That's basically it. What is your next What If going to be? I don't know what the next original one's gonna be. As of top of my head, I have it written down somewhere, but I don't know off the top of my head. But the next one is most likely going to be What If Goku Master Spirit Control Part 3. I am hoping that I'll be able to make more horror What Ifs towards the... Stop texting me, towards the end of the month. But I need art for it that people are still giving me. So I'm waiting on that to be completely finished. So yeah, hopefully soon. If you're not going to pair up with anybody, you could always take on a couple of disciples. I'm assuming you mean for What If Damon was in Dragon Ball? Couple of disciples, that'd be actually pretty dope. Taking on a couple of like disciples, because I'm not going to pair up with anybody, because I don't want to fictionally cheat on my girlfriend. If you know, I'm being a complete asshole because she's been texting me this whole time and I've just been ignoring it. So, no. But love her. So I'm not gonna hook up with somebody in the Dragon World. She watches my channel too, so, you know. Don't want any bad things happening. A couple of disciples there. That would actually be pretty dope. What do you use to make thumbnails? KineMaster. I use everything on KineMaster for the most part, except for editing audio. How to make thumbnails? I basically just like I take like a picture, put it down, and make text like "What if Super Booten good?" like stuff like that. It's pretty easy actually. What are your favorite pizza toppings? Bacon. Oh my god, bacon. Elite food. Bacon, chicken, and barbecue. Meat. Love meat. Turning into Sakura from Avatar. Love meat. Do you watch Black Clover? No. How long do you think you will do YouTube? Okay, this is actually a question that I've been asking myself in my mind. How long will I do YouTube? Hopefully for the next while. Like, I'm hoping to do it for a while. Like, at least a few years. Until, like, I get, like, a life where, I can't do YouTube anymore. But, like, as of right now, I can keep doing it. But I want to do it for a long time. Because I've literally, like, just started. Like, I think, like, 4 months ago was when I, like, really started YouTube. So I want to do it for a long while. I think that'd be super cool, because I have a lot of stories I want to tell and stuff like that. And if you guys are still interested and you're still here, then yeah, I'm going to keep doing it. But if my audience, leaves me, then I'll probably stop. But yeah, I really like doing YouTube, so I'm going to keep doing it for as long as I can until you guys, till I either completely burn myself out, or unless people stop watching. But yeah, I'm hoping to do YouTube for a long time now. What is your favorite video game? Ooh, okay. In terms of gameplay, it would be Marvel's Spider-Man for the PS4. In terms of story, it would be Life is Strange, because, oh my god, I love that story so much. But yeah, I'm not like a fan of shooters. Like, everyone plays shooters now, and I hate it so much. But Marvel's Spider-Man is such a cool game, like being he's my favorite superhero. So playing as Spider-Man was super dope. The gameplay was awesome. Life is Strange was like an amazing story that actually made me bawl my eyes out at the end. And again, like I said, I'm not emotional, so I was like, why am I crying? Why do I care so much? So yeah, those are my favorite games. What are you planning for your channel? What ifs? Hoping to keep doing what ifs. I am hoping to do Kingdom Hearts gameplay eventually, because Kingdom Hearts what ifs of not a thing anymore. So I'm hoping to play Kingdom Hearts at least, because I do want to do some gameplay stuff on here. But problem is that my PS4 is dead, so I can't play Kingdom Hearts anymore. And I'm hoping to eventually, like, I'm actually gonna try to boot it up again. It's been crapping out on me for a long time, so I haven't been able to like play anything. But I'm really hoping that I'll be able to play Kingdom Hearts on here, because I want to like just sit back and relax and play a game, because I've been so like workload lately that it'd be super dope to just sit down, chill, not heavily edit, and just me like just talk and play a game, which I really like. So I think that'd be super dope. Are you going to play Among Us in your channel? Maybe actually. Like, I've played it a bunch with people on Discord, so if you want to like join the Discord server, we play Among Us occasionally. I don't have like a set schedule, just whenever I feel like it. I'm like, yo, you guys want to play Among Us? And everyone's like, yeah! So I might record it sometime if I can. But yeah, I think it's pretty fun playing Among Us with everybody. Of course, I need like consent for people if they want to be in a video and stuff like that, so I'd have to ask first. But yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool to play Among Us. I might not do a live stream because I don't have the proper setup to do a live stream, because I don't have enough money, sadly, so big sad. What is your age? I am 17 as of a couple weeks ago. Yes, I am not that old, surprisingly. And I mean, you probably can't tell, I have fuzz on my chin, fuzz on my mouth, fuzz on my lip, but I am not that old, so. Is it hard for you to upload videos? Sometimes, actually. The problem is that when I edit videos, I don't have like a big elaborate setup. Like, it's basically just my phone, my iPad, my laptop. And it's hard when it's only me, because I know a bunch of people have editors and stuff, like they have like an editor to make the video for them. And so all I have to do is just provide like my audio and stuff. And it's hard when I'm just like having to like really focus in and edit a video for a long period of time, because life gets in the way as well. Like, I have to go to like my actual job, and I have to like actually do stuff at home. I need to go do stuff at work and do stuff for other people. So it's hard when I'm like needing to like sit down and fully like get all the audio fixed, get rid of all the bugs, get rid of all like my like all my breaths and stuff I need to edit out. And it's hard to get the audio sounding correct. It's hard to get all the pictures and everything all set up to move the correct way and have everything not crash. That stuff's pretty hard. And the problem is now that school started back up for me, and if you guys don't know, the virus has really been affecting all the school stuff lately. I'm sure all of you know that. So I'm having to do everything over on Zoom, because everyone does stuff on Zoom. So, and that takes a while. And the problem is that my classes, like, I have for most of the day, and I need to focus in so I don't flunk school. So I need to really focus in on that. And then for the most part, after I'm done with school, I have to go to work. So right now, it's really hard to make videos. Like, I can get the scripts done when I get back from work, but since I get back late at night, it's like, it's really rough on me. But for the most part, it's worth it when like they come up and a bunch of people watch it, and I'm like, dope. Yeah. And then occasionally on like my days off from work and school, I try to like bust out a bunch of scripts and try to get a bunch of audio recorded. And of course, it's always the actual like visual stuff that takes forever to do, but I can do it. It just takes a while. So is it hard to upload videos? Yes, but it's not impossible, as you can see. It just takes a lot of determination to actually do it. Alright, and the final question, do you like Dragon Ball Super? Be honest. Yes, I do like Dragon Ball Super. I will say, the first 2 arcs, shit. Because they were just retellings. I'm like, did you really have to waste all that time and money to retell a story? Like, I know that they kind of had to bring, like, the new generation up to speed because of the new movies that came out. But the problem is that the new movies already came out. Like, you could have just started a series and said, like, okay, shortly after, Resurrection of Frieza. Like, you could have just done something like that and started with the Universe 6 tournament. But since they really wanted to, like, have, like, a complete story under their belt, like, after Z, they had to have done that. But I feel like they really didn't need to at the most part because everyone's already seen Battle of Gods Resurrection F, and they basically, like, made worse versions of them. Like, I would much rather watch the movies than watch the show. So, I was like, the first 2 arcs, not really that good. Universe 6, I thought was really entertaining, but I don't like, when I'm doing it, when I'm making a what if about it, because I think it's just super boring. Like, that's the problem with the Universe 6 tournament, is that I think it's cool for, like, visual, like, action stuff, but, like, in terms of storytelling, it's really bad. So, that's, like, my least favorite arc to get to, and I'm making what ifs, because basically, like, okay, Goku fights Botamo loses, Goku fights Frost, Goku loses, like, it's really boring, and I hate, so I try to spice things up a little bit, but, again, it's not perfect. But yeah, the Universe 6 tournament I think is cool when you're actually watching it, but for in terms of what ifs, not that good. Goku Black arc is really good. Definitely what launched super high up there for me. But the ending sucked. Everyone knows the ending sucked. But I will say it was pretty good for the most part. Tournament of Power, for the most part, was okay for action. Again, terrible for storytelling. It's, again, my second worst arc to cover for what ifs. But I think it's super cool for, like, visuals and stuff like that. Ultra Instinct got introduced, and it was amazing. But, yeah, that's basically it for Dragon Ball Super. So, basically, there's 1 arc that I think is fantastic, 2 arcs I think are really good for action, and then 2 arcs that just suck. And the Broly movie counts as Super, and that was really good. Like, I loved the Broly movie, because the action was spectacular, and had a good story behind it, too. So, I think that was pretty dope. And Moro, pretty cool. I will say, it's not, I'll have my full opinions on it when it's finished, but for the most part, I think it's an enjoyable ride. So, yeah, that's my opinion on Super. And looking in, this is all the questions that I got. So, yeah, thank you all for participating in this Q&A little session. It wasn't like, I didn't get, like, millions of questions, thankfully, but it was just nice to, like, go about, answer some of the questions you guys had and stuff like that, and just sit down and, like, not, like, take forever on editing, like, a video. So I think it's super cool to just talk with you guys and stuff like that, and give you, like, dips into, like, life and stuff for Damon, if you guys care. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. So, until we meet again, guys, see you later.